Hello friends, welcome back to another lecture. Now in this lecture, we are doing very important mock test of digital banking. Please note this video is very important for all those candidates who are giving their retail banking optional of CAIIB and also for those who are appearing for digital banking certification. But friends, before moving ahead, don't forget to subscribe this channel as this is the only quality channel offering quality and examination level lectures. Also join my Telegram and Facebook groups where I post lots of one-pagers which are very important for your examination. All the links are there in description to this lecture, so do join after you finish this video. So let's start with today's mock test. And the first question is, which of the following statements are correct with respect to blockchain technology? And the first option is, a blockchain is a digital transaction record. Then second statement is, the name is derived from its structure in which individual records called blocks are connected together in a single list, that is called chain. Then third answer choice is, blockchain is a method for managing and storing information in a way that makes it difficult or impossible to change, hack or cheat the network. And last option D is all of the above. Now friends, lately blockchain technology is in news and it's very important that you should know about this important technology. This technology is in fact considered as future of banking. Now most of us are not completely aware of this blockchain technology. Most people think that blockchain is Bitcoin and vice versa. But frankly, it's not the case. In fact, Bitcoin is a digital currency or cryptocurrency that works on blockchain technology. Next, also note an important fact that blockchain was invented by Satoshi Nakamoto. And as the name suggests, blockchain is a chain of blocks that contains information. Each block consists of a number of transactions and each transaction is recorded in form of hash. Now hash is a unique address assigned to each block during its creation and any further modification in the block will lead to change in its hash. So friends, please note all these small informations that I have provided here. That is name of its inventor, what is hash and how it's operated, as this may come as 0.5 marks question in your examination. Now moving on, a blockchain has mainly three parts. First one is data or information part. Now this contains the information of the transaction incurred. Then second part is hash, and as we have discussed earlier that it's a unique ID of the block. And lastly we have previous hash. Now this contains the hash of previous block. So friends, with all this discussion, I hope you can easily answer this question now. You can notice that all the statements A, B and C given in the question are correct. So the correct option for the given question is option D. Then next we have a case study on online frauds, and the case study goes like this. Mr. Rajashekhar is a professor in IIMS Bhubaneswar. He is holding a debit card of SBI Bank. One day he was shopping on a big e-commerce app on his mobile. During checkout, while entering debit card details, payment of 10,000 failed twice after entering OTP. He dropped the idea of shopping and later in an hour he received a call from an executive stating himself as customer care agent of the website. The executive greeted Mr. Rajashekhar politely and asked if he wishes to again make the payment for his failed transaction. Mr. Rajashekhar was interested in making the payment again. The executive said he is again sending the payment link to Mr. Rajashekhar on his mobile. He just need to click the link and tell the OTP to executive. Mr. Rajashekhar received the OTP of the bank for Rs 10,000 which is communicated to the executive. He received the debit message of Rs 10,000 also. The executive later notified Mr. Rajashekhar that his order is successfully placed and he will receive the order in 7 working days. Next day he again mailed to the customer care of e-commerce website for the tracking ID. But he was shocked to hear that there was no order in his name. On further inquiry, he realized that he is a victim of online fraud. Later he visited the bank and noticed 3 debits of Rs 10,000 each in his account. He gives the application for reversal of all the 3 transactions as it's not done by him. The stand of the bank will be, and these options are given to you. That is, first option is bank is liable to refund Rs 30,000. Then next option is bank is liable to refund Rs 20,000. Then third option C is bank is liable to refund Rs 10,000. And last option D is bank is not liable to refund any of his transactions. Now friends, this is a very good case study. Please note, in case of online payments, bank is responsible for direct losses incurred by a cardholder due to a system malfunction directly within the bank's control. Now in this case, the first 2 debits of Rs 10,000 each are caused due to system malfunction. since the card details are entered on actual e-commerce website but the system malfunction couldn't complete the transaction. Friends, such malfunctions sometimes happen and customer normally gets refund in 0 to 5 working days. So Mr. Rajshekhar here is eligible to get refund of this 20,000 only. But the last debit of rupees 10,000 is caused by customer's negligence and he is involved in the transaction by telling the OTP over the call. Bank is not liable for such transaction where there is customer involvement. Had the amount debited without any OTP sharing, then the Rajshekhar would have got refund for this transaction as well. But as per the case study, he will be eligible to get the refund of rupees 20,000 only. Thus the correct option for the given question is option B here. So friends, I hope the case study is absolutely clear to you. Now friends, before moving ahead, don't forget to get your digital banking online question bank. This question bank is specifically designed for candidates who can polish their preparations and get ready for examination confidently. The question bank in fact covers every aspect of digital banking. All the links to join this online question bank are there in description to this video. So don't forget to join today itself. Now let's move forward with our mock test. The next question is, the Government of India's strategy of JAIIB has worked well for both financial inclusion as well as digitization. What is JAIIB? And these options are given to you. Friends, please note JAIIB, which is short form of Jan Dhan Aadhaar Mobile, is basically the initiative by Government of India to link Jan Dhan accounts, mobile numbers and Aadhaar cards of Indians to directly transfer subsidies to intended beneficiaries and eliminate intermediaries and leakages. So the correct option for the given question is option C. The next question is, a cryptocurrency is a system that meets which of the following conditions? And these statements are given to you. That is, first statement is, the system does not require a central authority, its state is maintained through distributed consensus. Then second statement is, the system keeps an overview of cryptocurrency units and their ownerships. Then next is, the system defines whether new cryptocurrency units can be created. Then next is, ownership of cryptocurrency units can be proved exclusively cryptographically. The next statement is, the system allows transactions to be performed in which ownership of cryptographic units is changed. And last statement is, if two different instructions for changing the ownership of the same cryptographic units are simultaneously entered, the system performs at most one of them. And then these answer choices are given to you. Now friends, please note, a cryptocurrency is a digital or visual currency that is secured by cryptography. And this makes it nearly impossible to counterfeit or double spend these currencies. Next, many cryptocurrencies are decentralized networks based on blockchain technology. A defining feature of cryptocurrencies is that they are generally not issued by any central government and thus are theoretically immune to government interference or manipulation. Now friends, as far as this question is concerned, all the statements 1 to 6 are correct. So please note all these facts given in the statements. Thus the correct option for the given question is option D. The next question is, information security, that is IS, is designed to protect the dash of computer system data from those with malicious intentions. And these answer choices are given to you. Now friends, in information security community, CIA basically stands for confidentiality, integrity and availability. Now together these three principles forms a major part of any organization's security infrastructure. In fact, they function as a goals and objectives for every security program. The CIA is so important to information security that anytime data is leaked, a system is attacked, or a user is subjected to phishing, or an account is hacked, a website is maliciously taken down, or any number of other security incidents occur, you can be certain that one or more of these principles of CIA has been violated. So as you can see, the correct option for the given question is option B. The next question is, the Dash is a global organization which maintains, evolves and promotes payment card industry standards for the safety of cardholder data across the globe. And these options are given to you. Now friends, please note the PCI Standards Council, that is PCI SSC in short, is responsible for development of standards for PCI compliance. Its purpose is basically to secure and protect the entire payment card ecosystem. These standards apply for merchants and also to service providers processing debit or credit card payments transactions. Now actually there are 12 requirements set by PCI Standards Council. And the first one is install and maintain a firewall configuration to protect cardholder data. The next one is do not choose vendor supplied defaults for system passwords or any security parameters. The next is protect cardholder data. The next one is encrypt transmission of cardholder data across open or public networks. The next one is use and regularly update antivirus software or programs. The next is develop and maintain security systems and applications. The next point is restrict access to cardholder data by business needs to know. Then we have access a unique ID to each person with computer access. The next one is restrict physical access to cardholder data. Then we have track and monitor all access to network resources and cardholder data. The next one is regularly test security systems and processes. And last one is maintain a policy that addresses information security for all the personals. So friends, as far as this question is concerned, the correct option is option B. The next question is, EMV stands for dash and refers to the increased security of payments card transactions through the use of a chip embedded in credit, debit and prepaid cards. And these options are given to you. Now friends, EMV basically stands for Europay, MasterCard and Visa, and refers to increased security of payment card transactions through the use of chip embedded in credit, debit and prepaid cards. Now please note these chip-based cards are extremely difficult to duplicate and in fact paired with additional layers of security such as encryption, tokenization and other authentication techniques. Thus EMV is geared towards significantly reducing card payment frauds. So the correct option for this question is option B. The next question is, many banks have added additional level in their internet banking login process called CAPTCHA. Now CAPTCHA stands for, and these options are given to you. Friends, CAPTCHA is an acronym of completely automated pair Turing test to test computers and humans apart. This is actually a type of challenge response test used in computing to determine whether or not the user is human. Now CAPTCHA protects you from spam and password decryption by asking you to complete a simple test that proves you are a human and not a computer trying to break into the password protected account. Next, a CAPTCHA test is made up of two simple parts. First is randomly generated sequence of letters or numbers that appears as a distorted image. And then we have a text box. To pass the test and prove your human identity, you have to simply type the characters you see in the image into the text box. So friends, as you can see for this question, the correct option is option C. The next question is, in context of mobile banking, dash refers to authenticating the customer and financial institution participating in a financial transaction with a high degree of certainty so that the parties cannot later deny having performed the transaction. And these options are given to you. That is, first option is data integrity. Second option is two-factor authentication. The next option is non-repudiation. And last option is none of the above. Now friends, the correct option for the given question is option C. Please note, non-repudiation is basically the assurance that someone cannot deny the validity of something. Non-repudiation is thus a legal concept that is widely used in information security and refers to a service which provides proof of the origin of data and integrity of that data. In other words, non-repudiation makes it very difficult to successfully deny who or where a message came from as well as the authenticity and integrity of that message. And friends, due to this only, a customer can't deny about the transaction he made. Thus, the correct option for the given question is option C here. The next question is, which of the following statements are used by fraudsters to trick the customers? And these options are given to you. That is, first option is, your account is currently being updated as we are introducing a new security system. Follow the instructions below to reactivate your account. The next option is, your credit card is subject to a police investigation for fraud. Please follow the instructions below. The next option is, you are the lucky winner of our lucky draw. Please submit your credit card details so that we can verify your identity. And last option D is all of the above. Friends, I hope you can easily answer this question. Being a banker, you can easily make out that all the statements from A to C are basically done to trick the customers only. And bank never sends such instructions to their customers. So the correct option for the given question is option D. The next question is, merchant discount rate is, and these options are given to you. That is, first option is discount provided by merchant to customer. Then second option is discount given by acquiring bank to merchant. The next option is amount the merchant pays to acquiring bank for processing payments on its behalf. And last option D is none of the above. Friends, this is also a very good question. Please note the merchant discount rate, or MDR in short, is actually the rate charged to the merchant for payment processing of debit or credit card transactions. The service is set up by the merchant and then they must agree or commit to the rate before accepting or authorizing debit or credit cards for payment processing. Now friends, the merchant discount rate can also be defined as a bank fee charged to its merchant for taking payments from their customers through credit or debit cards for goods or services. At discretion, bank can also lower the rate as sales of merchants increase. Now in India, banks generally charge 1 to 3% fee for processing of payments for each transaction. Friends, also note merchant discount rate is also referred to as transaction discount rate, or TDR in short. So please remember this important fact. So for this question, the correct option is option C. The next question is, skimming in e-banking is a method of, and these options are given to you. That is, first option is converting debit card into credit card. The next option is transferring cash from one account to another. Then option C is stealing credit card information. And last option D is intimating the customer about his heavy withdrawals. Now friends, skimming is basically an act of stealing information through the magnetic strip or chip on the cards that are used in ATMs and merchant establishments. Fraudsters collect the information about the card by reading the magnetic strip or chip on reverse of the card. For doing this, they actually conceal a small device in the card slot of ATMs or merchant payment terminals. This skimmer then scans the card details and stores its information. After this, a tiny strategically positioned camera may also be used to capture the PIN. Now, skimming can be used anywhere from ATMs, restaurants, shops, or any other location. So the correct option for the given question is option C. The next question is, choose the right sequence of virus stages, and these options are given to you. Now friends, this is also a very important question. Now as you know, computer viruses are damaging software that modifies computer programs by inserting their code into them. And when successful, computer viruses self-duplicate and do billions of dollars of damage every year. Now a typical life cycle of a computer virus takes place in 4 stages. First one is the dormant phase. The next one is the propagation phase. The next stage is the triggering phase. And the final phase is execution or damage phase. Now first, during the dormant phase, the virus accesses its victim's computer or software, but it does not do anything yet. The virus will wait until a trigger gives its command to execute. Now this trigger could be anything from a predefined date to user taking a specific action. Now this action can be double-clicking anything on the computer. Then next, in propagation phase, the virus starts multiplying. The virus will start to insert copies of itself into other programs and areas on the disk. Also note, these copies are often altered in some way to make the detection absolutely difficult. Then next stage is triggering phase. Now in this phase, the virus changes from being dormant to being active. And finally, during execution or damage phase, the virus actually gets to work. The virus payload is released and the end user will begin to notice problems with their computer, such as deleted files, the system crashing or system hanging or restarting again and again. So friends, as far as this question is concerned, the correct option for this question is option C. The next question is, which of the following are the features of UPI? And these statements are given to you. That is, first statement is, UPI allows the use of Aadhaar number, mobile number with pay by date to allow payment requests that can be snoozed and paid later. Then second statement is, UPI ensures one-click two-factor authentication. Then third one is, the virtual addresses do not allow security to be compromised if the merchant's database is hacked, as their database will only have list of virtual addresses. And fourth statement is, UPI permits immediate fund transfer, that is 24/7 without providing bank details such as beneficiary's account, IFSC code or card details, etc. Also, there are no cutoff timings like those in traditional payment systems like RTGS. And then these answer choices are given to you. Friends, please note, a lot of questions are asked from UPI every year. So please prepare this concept very well. Now with respect to this question, all the statements given from 1 to 4 are correct. So please remember all these facts, as these may come as 0.5 marks question in your examination. So the correct option for the given question is option D. Friends, finally we have reached the last question of our mock test, and the question is, BaaS stands for, and these options are given to you. Now friends, the correct option for the given question is option A. Please note BaaS stands for Banking as a Service, which basically allows for banks and their systems to be treated as a middleware over which the actual products and services can be built and marketed. BaaS allows for a third-party company to be used for core banking systems of a bank and build their own new and unique products. That is, it would use bank's underlying system as the base on which it builds new products. Now friends, in order to visualize how this works, please think of any digital wallet. In that case, the customer simply has to download the app, upload some KYC documents on the app itself, then transfer some money into the app and he is ready to transact. Now at the back end, however, there might be actual bank account which opens an account and goes through all the normal regulatory processes, but the customer doesn't have to bother about any of that. So friends, with this I wind up this video. I hope all the questions and important concepts which are discussed are clear to you. And lastly, don't forget to enroll into Digital Banking Online Question Bank. All the links are there in description to this video, so don't forget to join. So thank you, and I will meet you again in next video.